students, in the earlier videos, we have learned about asexual reproduction in plants and animals. We have learned about the phases in the life of an organism. We have also seen the unique flowering patterns exhibited by different plants. Now, today we are going to learn about the events in sexual reproduction. The different events taking place in sexual reproduction are pre-fertilization, fertilization, and post-fertilization events. In pre-fertilization event, gametogenesis and gamete transfer takes place. In fertilization, that is syngamy. Fusion of gametes is known as syngamy. Fertilization can be external or internal. Now, post-fertilization events, we have got zygote development and embryogenesis. Now we shall learn in detail about all these events. Now we come to pre-fertilization events, that is gametogenesis. What is gametogenesis? This term refers to the formation of gametes, the unit of sexual reproduction. We have got two types of gametes depending on the morphology and physiology: homogametes or isogametes. Homogametes, when the fusing gametes are similar in their external appearance or morphology and behavior and cannot be differentiated into male and female, they are called as homogametes or isogametes. They are found in eulothrix and certain species of Chlamydomonas. Heterogametes, when the fusing gametes are of two morphologically and physiologically distinct types, they are called as heterogametes. The male gametes are called as sperms and the female gametes are called as ova. Now, cell division taking place during gamete formation. As we all know, gametes are haploid, though the parent body that forms the gametes may be haploid or diploid. If the parent body is haploid, gametes are formed by mitotic division. For example, fungi, algae, bryophytes, and many protists have haploid body. If the parent body is diploid, gametes are formed by meiosis. Such specialized diploid cells are called as meiocytes. Now, transfer of gamete. Once the gametes are formed, the male and female gametes must be physically brought together to facilitate their fusion or fertilization. In algae, a few fungi, both the fusing gametes are motile and are liberated in the water. In bryophytes and pteridophytes, water is the medium for transfer of gametes, where the male gametes are motile and female gametes are stationary. Since many of the male gametes fail to reach the female gametes, a large number of male gametes are produced to compensate this loss. In angiospermic and gymnospermic plants, pollen grains are the carriers of male gametes, as all of you know, and the female gamete is present in the ovule. Several mechanisms have been evolved by the plants for transfer of pollen grains to the stigma and the male gametes to reach the ovule and the egg cell. Now we come to fertilization. All of you have studied earlier the fusion of gametes leading to the formation of diploid zygote is known as fertilization, and it is one of the important events in sexual reproduction. Fertilization is of two types: external fertilization known as exogamy and internal fertilization known as endogamy. External fertilization refers to the fusion of gametes outside the body of the organism in external medium of water. Example, majority of algae, bony fishes and frogs. Such organisms exhibit external fertilization, show great synchrony between the two sexes and release a large number of gametes to the surrounding medium in order to enhance the chances of syngamy, and a large number of offspring are formed as a result. Now, can you tell about the disadvantage of external fertilization? The major disadvantage is that the offsprings are students. Can you say about the disadvantage of external fertilization? The major disadvantage of external fertilization is that the offspring produced become easy prey to predators, threatening their survival up to adulthood. Majority of them are not able to reach their adulthood, and also to the harsh environmental conditions prevailing outside. Internal fertilization is the fusion of gametes inside the body of the female organism. In these organisms, the female gamete or the ovum is produced and retained inside the body of female individual, whereas the male gametes are formed in large numbers as they have to reach the female gametes. Examples are bryophytes, pteridophytes, certain fungi, reptiles, birds, and mammals. In seed plants, the male gametes are carried to the egg by the pollen tube. So this was the events taking place in fertilization. Now we come to the post-fertilization event. All these events in sexual reproduction which occur after the formation of zygote are called as post-fertilization event. Zygote is a vital link that ensures the continuity of species between organisms of one generation to the next. Now, development of zygote, it depends on the type of the life cycle the organism has and the environment it is exposed to. Coming to algae and fungi, the zygote normally develops a thick wall and undergoes a period of rest. In these organisms, sexual reproduction and zygote formation occur at the end of the favorable season, and hence the zygote helps to come over the unfavorable season. In seed plants, that is angiospermic plants, the zygote starts its development after a certain amount of endosperm is developed. This is an adaptation to ensure supply of nutrients to the developing embryo. In most of the animals, bryophytes and pteridophytes, the zygote develops immediately after its formation. In organisms showing diplontic and haplontic life cycle, zygotes undergo mitotic division, and later during the formation of spores, meiosis occurs. Now let us come to embryogenesis. The process by which the zygote develops into an embryo is called embryogenesis. Children, embryogenesis involves cell division to increase the number of cells, then cell enlargement or growth to increase the volume and the weight of the organism, cell differentiation by which group of cells form different tissues